VTuber brainrot has ruined me. I can't believe that we're back. Lalo Hunt is gone, Taz is gone, Optimistic Duelist gone, X-Men gone, and most notably, Aisha Yufara is gone. How hungry. What are you doing here? Brother, I was the biznitches? Oh my gosh, I did not expect it at this time. Did you? Hi everyone, this is Jen, aka LaureledEevees, and welcome back to No Homestuck 2. Okay. But I did not expect to get an update randomly on a Wednesday. Okay? I did not expect to get randomly an update on a Wednesday, like, right as I was about to go to work. So I was like, dude, seriously? There is no pleasing me, only disappointment. We'll get straight into the update with this, where it seems like we're going to be hanging out in Candy Universe with the Vriskas, but we have the news from the 18th and news today. So we gotta catch up on all that. I'll be sure to timestamp it if you just want to vamoose, but here we go. Hi, James here. First and foremost, what a launch! Glad to be back. Thank you for the well wishes, kind words, and honest criticisms. The team and I are loving the energy you made us feel very welcome in a sometimes overwhelming space. In a continuing effort to be as upfront as possible about things, on the 30th of October, we're gonna restart the Patreon. This is a little... Okay, Patreon. This is sort of a heavy decision that we understand may not sit well with some people, so we want to be forward with you about it. We want to allow people the time to sort out whether they'd like to stay subscribed or not. Patreon exclusive content will be made public after a few months. This will consist of non-canonical one-shot comics, behind-the-scenes visual development, sketches, storyboards, writer-artist update commentary, and a few other things that we will get onto the Patreon itself. I want this to be something you choose to do because you support what we're doing, and never because you feel like parts of the comic are being withheld behind a paywall. The comic will still update on the main site as always. Now that's the thing. The bonus comics, like the one where like Dirk was basically talking to Andrew that entire little comic, which was like my favorite of the ones, by the way. So I'm like, those will remain to be seen, and everything will become like visible after a couple of months. I don't think I'm gonna be the one to... I don't think I'm gonna support the Patreon, me personally. You guys can do whatever you want to do. Do not make my decision affect your decision. Okay? Okay. It's nothing personal at all. I will keep my reasons to myself at this time. I'm still piecing them together in my brain at this time as well. Anyway, so how will this time be different? This might be a lot to read for those of you who are not interested in this, but I want to do things differently this time. I want to give the readers as much clarity as I can afford. First up, we need to be very transparent about where the money is going. This time we are paying all of the Homestuck Beyond Canon team. Unlike previous projects, we won't have a larger absent entity dictating. A larger absent entity dictating what is and isn't necessary for us. This time, there will be no third parties taking large percentages of money that could be paid to people who contribute instead. Was that something that the Patreon money was previously part of? Wait, did Viz have like a hand in this? Did Viz actually take the lion's share of the money? Dang, Viz. I don't know. I am guessing. I am speculating. Do not quote me on that. Every month, aside from basic operating expenses, web infrastructure, hosting costs, etc., 100% of Patreon funding will go directly to the Before Canon team. For the first few months, 80% will be split up evenly among the current team of contributing members and technical crew. The remaining 20% will be used to back pay the current team several months of work done for this initial buffer of updates. Secondly, the update schedule has been a hot ticket item of discussion. October will see 2 updates to get us started. After that, the plan is to switch to 1 update a month while we continue to produce more and feel things out a bit. If we are able to get into a groove, we would like to increase this number. I do not want upgrades to be tied to how much money the Patreon makes, though I won't pretend it wouldn't be nice to quit our day jobs and do this full time. The team has been building a sizable backlog of pages, which is sort of a new thing for Homestuck. All the hits are here, aspects, classes, you get it. We have taken a lot of care in developing, resolving story beats and character arcs and making sure a lot of things happen on screen. Though some of these things will take time. We aren't even out of Act 1 yet. A lot of passion has gone into continuing and evolving the story we have inherited by a group of people who care very much. So far, they have been doing it purely for the love of the game. In that regard, we are so back. Smiley face. After I have paid the team for this buffer and the development time, that number will change to 95% even split revenue share with the Homestuck Beyond Canon team. 5% each month will be saved in order to build up the initial capital for those luxury products that require some upfront build funding. Sound pages, albums, merch, etc. The money made from those endeavors will be still paid to the individual artist. We can talk about a financial breakdown for that when the time comes. And if you still want to know, I do not mind. For albums and merch, I want to do a much fairer split than the current system. The money will go to the musicians and artists. I do not have a company to run, so there is no reason for me to make money off of contributive creatives, other than recuperative any costs, which shouldn't be much. This is something I would like to work out with people individually, and I am slowly beginning outreach to the old music team, so this may take a while. I'm also interested in new blood in this capacity, so I'd love to hear some fan music groups too. I will try and set up some channels for this in the coming months. There is a lot of work for us to do. I take it back. It's so over. That'll be interesting. We already know that there are like some fan musics that have made it into Homestuck projects themselves. I'm looking at you, Pester Quest. Now let's get back to this. I think that just about covers the plan. Here's the short version. Patreon coming back. Again, starting November 1st. The money from this goes directly and entirely to the Homestuck Beyond Canon team. We operate independently from Wet Pumpkin and Viz Media and will not be paying them. Another update will be coming in October. Starting in November, updates will be once a month while we feel things out. Small percentage going to sound pages, merch, and more music. We're going to be updating the reward tiers, and we'll talk about that a little more in the future. We want to conclude the bonus update stories, but if and when we do that, we probably will tackle the important threads from those in the main comic so things don't feel paywalled. Thank you! Overall, I want to have more community involvement and engagement, and I think the first step towards crossing this bridge has to involve us being more open with the fans. Thank you, James. And he also posted something here. I'm gonna freaking lose my marbles. Okay, posted by James on the 25th, which is today as of this. Hi, James here. You guys know me pretty well already. I'm a simple person with a simple dream to topple the Shogun and usher in a new era of Bushido. Vox Akuma, please take care of this man. This is widely understood, but I thought I'd take some time to introduce the creative team behind Beyond Canon. I've talked about the team, but just who the hell are these freaks? Our art director, Kim, is someone you might recognize from a handful of Homestuck projects. His style is almost instantly recognizable and has helped define a lot of the look of the more recent Homestuck era. Kim runs the art side of things like a well-oiled machine. He's organized and efficient. He spent so much time analyzing what makes Homestuck so unique and leads style studies and art jams with the other team members. Kim's panels are dynamic and sharp, and he has been spearheading this sort of new fusion of old and new styles. He's also the one on the team that is the least afraid to tell me when I'm not being funny. This project could not exist without him. Andy and I have also worked on a number of things together, from Homestuck to personal projects. They're one of my favorite artists, and they are a well of creativity. Seeing their designs and sprite work gets me so excited for you guys to see it. They were one of the first people I tapped to draw for me, and their ability to style match is absolutely unparalleled. Andy worked with me on the first update and absolutely knocked it out of the park, even with my somewhat vague instructions. From character designs to style studies to story brainstorming, they sort of do it all. They also draw a lot of clowns in their free time. If that's not the training, I don't know. If that's not training, I don't know what is. In many ways, this project could not exist without them. If you've been around in the fandom in the last few years, you know Chumvi already, the world's #1 Jade Harley fan. Their style is a little softer and honestly a little cuter, but they really brought their A game to this project. We've done an upcoming update together, and I'm so excited for everyone to see it. Chumvi chips in with design and does a lot of behind-the-scenes clerical work too. She keeps us on task with check-ins and scheduling meetings. You could say this project could not exist without her. All right. When Andrew asked me to assemble a team, Haven was the first person I brought up, and Andrew immediately agreed. Not only is Haven one of the most talented artists I know, but one of the funniest people I've ever met. Haven's panels are stylish and practically bursting with personality. Haven's writing is thoughtful and quick-witted. He has such a good understanding of the characters, and you can always count on him to get a laugh. He's constantly drawing the characters and posting them in the work chat. His passion and hard work energizes the rest of the team in such a way I don't think this project could have existed without him. Floral is the writer I had the least one-on-one experience with before the project started. She was recommended by several team members during pre-production. I read their work, and there is such delicate and precise touch coupled with a clear and tremendous amount of care for the characters. I knew they would be in good hands. Floral is creative and deliberate in their writing. They have a clear vision of where the characters need to go and how to get them there. Their dialogue feels neutral and really humanizes the cast. If you were to ask me, I don't think this project could have happened without her. What can I say about Miles? Miles has known Andrew and I for years and had such a natural, charismatic charm to him. I knew him largely as a comedy writer before this, but seeing him pour himself into world building and plot mapping has really inspired me. Miles brings an important element to the team, in that he's kind of a bro. The kind of guy that you could probably best some kind of beast in singular combat. His favorite guys are Equius and Dirk. You really need that kind of energy sometimes. My boy loves Dirk! Let's go! Miles' writing is so full of character and charm. I'm excited for you all to see what he has to offer. I personally think this project could not exist without him. That's like 3 paragraphs in a row, man. Can you calm the heck down? No, they all say that. They all end with that. Oh my gosh, stop. Being on this side of things in this sort of role really makes me appreciate just how hardworking and creatively brilliant Andrew was. These are huge shoes to fill. We will do our best not only to finish the story we inherited, but to put our own spin on it as well. There are so many exciting things down the line that may take some time to get to while we do some cleaning up, resolve those loose threads, and establish story beats. I've been listening to feedback, and while I'm not actually taking suggestions, it is genuinely exciting to receive such an overwhelming response. It actually seems like a lot of people are sort of on the same page as the writing team, which is refreshing. I love seeing that you guys care as much as I do. That warms my little icy heart. In that capacity, this project could not exist without you. Let's get to the actual update, though. Okay. I'm just gonna... Come on, internet. Be Vrissy. You are now Vrissy. You are locked in it. Oh no! It's jailbreak, but... Oh my gosh. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this, because I don't have a clue if my computer's visual settings are being shown on this. This is gonna be like this will be an experiment for all of us. I currently have nightlight on, which makes my screen turn like an orangey color, so that way I'm not being blasted by blue light this close to going to bed, because it is after 8 p.m. for me when I'm recording this, and hopefully I'll get this edited really quick so that it's ready for you guys tomorrow morning. But everything's so orange, so I can't really tell what the colors are supposed to be. Oh man. Because like the blue here looks green to me. I'm losing my mind. Anyway, back to the actual stuff and not just my commentary. You're now Vrissy. You're locked in a deserted jail cell completely alone. with Vriska. Aside from that, there's nothing at all in your cell useful or yada yada yada. Vriska the Elder has decided to take it upon herself to test if you measure up to the arduous task of being a Vriska. For your first test, find a way to bust out of this dump. What will you do? Oh no, jailbreak. Oh, jailbreak. IntelliChum 8.0. Tracking free chat client. Oh my gosh. Wait, you got more like people in your chum roll? Hold on, I need to get a closer look. Okay, I recognize Harry Anderson. I recognize Tavros. Oh gosh, I don't know who the other ones are, but this is funny. Oh my gosh. You're pretty sure that it would be an automatic fail on Vriska's test. Even if it wasn't, it isn't like you can message anyone. Not anyone worth talking to anyway. No service in here. The only bars you've got are the ones on the windows. Wait, so you're saying there's no bars on your jail cell? How did they leave the phone in your hand? Why did they leave you with the phone? Yeah, the key is not real. It's not a real key. Vriska drew this on the floor just in case you need a reminder of what you should be working towards. As if you would somehow forget you're locked in this effing jail cell. Try the door. Oh, there we go. We got a door. Shaky, shaky. You fruitlessly pull on the bars. Vriska says it looks like it's still locked. Yeah, no crap, you tell her. You're just trying to see if you can get a guard's attention. She says, ooh, that's a good idea. Get a guard's attention. Oh no. Look at this guy. I need to see artwork of this man in particular. The donut eating Jane guard. I like this gif though. This gif right here is also good. Of Vrissy's face. Do I have my mouse showing? I don't think I do. You yell some colorful words at the sole guard on duty in an attempt to get his attention. Unfortunately, he has headphones on and cannot hear you. Seems like a hopeless situation. Maybe you should use some of your sick, nasty brain exploitables on this jabroni. So, does Vrissy actually have, like, the brain powers, the mind powers? She does, but it doesn't seem very strong. You apply the focused totality of your psychic power into this douchebag's cranium. Frustratingly, it looks like this guy is resisting your psychic enthrallment so he can get at that donut. Other than occasionally making Tavros dance when he's being boring, you honestly don't do this much. Your mom is always like, you need to... Okay, that's Kanaya tone. Slightly British. Your mom is always like, you need to listen to me, Vriska. It's important to keep these skills honed in case stuff gets real. But stuff so rarely, if ever, gets real, so mom should just get off your case. Until now, you guess. Wow, you hate realizing your mom was right about stuff. Anyways, lay off the effing donuts and get over here. Hell yeah! Dang, that felt good. After locking the guard, you turn to Vriska and ask her what's next. Vriska says, now it's time to F some shoosh up. You like the sound of that. You ask her if there's any specific shoosh or place she wants to go F up. She says, you'll just walk around until you land somewhere cool. You both laugh. You ask her what her real plan is. She keeps laughing as she walks away. Vriska, a plan? What? I want you. I can't read that from here. Okay, that's a lot of goons. You suggest to Vriska that you should go the other direction. Okay. You suggest to Vriska that you should go the other direction. Vriska says, nah, this is definitely where we want to be. She says between the two of you, you probably got enough luck to take this whole place off the map if you really wanted. You ask her what the F she means by that. She says, you know, like with your Thief of Light powers. You tell her you don't have anything like that. She says, huh, Weird. Because they are not playing Spurb. They're not playing Scrub, Vriska. They're not planning on ending the world, Vriska. Only you're planning on doing that. Vriska says that's perfectly fine, as she always prefers a challenge. Vriska Surcat, the daring thief of life, and her imitation kid Vriska sidekick against countless foes. Marquis Spinneret Mindfang, leading her neophyte blue hair. Neophyte blue hair. She is not Terezi. You can't make her Terezi. It's a tale for the... Wait, hold the F up. You ask her what the heck does she mean, imitation. That look, that's such a Kanaya face. She has gotten Kanaya's face down pat. It's so good. Vriska says to not let it get to you, but she's pretty much figured out this whole timeline is phony. You know, inauthentic, fake, bogus even. She says it's somehow the off-brand equivalent of a universe, and she really hopes you kept the receipt. You assure her that both you and this timeline are in fact real as hell. She doesn't seem convinced. She says it's mostly from the little things she's noticed. You ask like what? She's only been on this planet for like a day and a half. She gestures vaguely and tells you to give her a boost up so she can reach that ventilation shaft. Internet chugging. There we go. Look at that go. This tiny hand compared to the rest of the body. It's so funny. Oh. You tell Vriska you think you want to do your own thing, actually. Whoop. Yeah, do it. Vriska says, now that sounds like some stuff a real Vriska would say. You roll your eyes and start to leave when Vriska calls out to ask if you're going without wishing her good luck. As you start to wish her luck, she cuts you off and tells you to keep it, as she already has all the luck she needs. You say, okay, dude. Do your own thing. Do. Okay, you stopped the one guy. What about the other guys behind? Whoa, over the side. Put that guy to sleep. Don't discuss. What? Very much loose ships sink ships. Where's Sergeant Snafu? Sneaks onto a transport. Oh, that's a nice picture. There are so many good pictures of Vrissy. Oh my gosh. Oh, she's calling up boyfriend. Number 1. Typical Carrie, can't go 5 minutes without pestering you over something. You tell him to calm his tits and agree to meet up with him. I don't know if tits is TOS. We'll find out. You are now Vriska. Snoop. Jane is like, so John and Roxy and Calliope. She knows what they are. Oh no. Oh no, Jane voice. Okay, let's drink some water. Why did I choose today to drink milk with dinner? This is gonna be awful. And that brings us to the final and most important part of this briefing. We just received information from our surveillance division that POI John Egbert was just in contact with POI's Calliope and Roxy Lalonde. POI, person of interest. This is regrettable, but it confirms one of our worst suspicions. From this conversation recovered from Egbert's phone, we've learned that Roxy has been conspiring alongside the rebels for months now, operating a lab deep within the ruins of the Troll Memorial Meteor. She and her co-conspirator Calliope are preparing some kind of superweapon they've dubbed the Plot Point, here referred to as the Point. Get to the point. Although the Troll Meteor is situated halfway across the globe from the Lalonde residence, we've uncovered that she secretly makes her way to and from the lab via illegal She secretly makes her way to and from the lab via illegal transportalizer technology hidden in her home. We will shortly be charting a course for our fleet to the meteor in preparation for what they very well may be our final battle against those... What? The rebels. They intended for this weapon to be operated or piloted by one of our recently captured Vriskas. Though the first is more of a nuisance than a threat, the other is an unpredictably dangerous, reckless antagonist. It goes without saying that keeping these volatile, voracious vixens under lock and key is the utmost importance. I've received word that we have our top men on the job, so we can rest easy knowing we won't have to worry about that. Now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I can't hear any of the alarms or sirens going off. Let's get to the point. Interesting. Vriska, meteor, question mark. It's very dramatic. I don't know what it signifies. Oh my gosh. Oh, Jane. What have they done to you? What have they done to my girl? Jane wasn't even my girl when I started reading Homestuck, but she's slowly become my girl the more they've decided that she must be the villain. And I'm like, hey, don't do this. Oh my gosh. Okay, now that just wraps up this month's Homestuck 2 Beyond Canon update. I'm still really nervous about where this story's going. Oh my gosh. I just want things to end well, okay? And not be too political. It's too late for the political. So I just want things to end well. Please. Anyway, I thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna check out this new VTuber group that Niji Sanji is gonna release in 2 days. Oh my gosh. It looks like a bunch of dudes. I've only seen mild screenshots, and sorry, you knew my VTuber brain rot was gonna be brought up at the end of this. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all next time. Bye!
Hey there. Consider becoming a patron, just like the phenomenal D'Alexandra Modelon.